Today, I'm going to be talking to you about 3 ways to leadership. So let's get right into it, shall we? So maybe this is your first time watching one of my YouTube videos. Welcome, so excited that you're here. The reason people tune into these videos is either because they're looking for a change, they're looking to spark something inside of them that's going to help them create a better life for themselves. I'm with Arbonne International. I've been an independent consultant with them for 4 years. A lot of the training and coaching they've given me is something that has been invaluable, not only to my personal life, but to my business life and also to my friendships and the way that I do my everyday tasks. I'm the owner of True North 365 motivational speaking and YouTube videos. I'm an independent mom to an 8-year-old boy named Travis. He's got his own YouTube video as well. And I have 2 chihuahuas. I am the former director in healthcare, and I was born in England. We're going to talk about how little choices lead to really big things, standing up for each other, and writing your own story. I'll take you back to a time in 2008. I was going to respiratory school to be a respiratory therapist and on to be a pulmonologist, and I was so excited to be learning and to be applying all the things that I had been taught. There came a time when I was 3 weeks away from my clinicals. And for those of you that don't know, clinicals is where you go into the hospital setting and you get to apply all the things that you've learned. Something didn't feel quite right though, and I decided I'm gonna go to my doctor. I walked into my doctor's office and she said, "Congratulations, Alex, you're gonna have a baby." And I said, "No, I'm not." And she said, "Well, let me give you some places to go that can help you." So she gave me the name of Alternatives in downtown Denver. I remember walking down the street and walking into the office and feeling so nervous because I was in a situation I'd never been in before. And as I was sitting in the chair, I saw a lady walk up out of the corner of my eye, and she said, "Alex Whittingham?" And I said, "Yes, that's me." She says, "Come on back." She welcomed me back into the room, and she said, "Well, I'm glad you're here today, and my understanding is that you're pregnant, and you're not sure about how far along you are, but you'd like to discuss some options because you're a full-time medical student." I said, "Yes, ma'am, that's correct." She said, "Well, the first option is we can take care of this. The second option is that we can offer you the families that are wanting to adopt children. And the third option is we can see how far along you are and we can offer you some resources to be a mom and do this successfully." And I said, "Well, the second 2 options sound really good, so let's look in to see how far along I am, and then let's take the next step." She led me into the ultrasound room, and I remember she put that cold jelly on my stomach with the ultrasound machine, and the next thing that I heard was ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And at that moment, I knew my life was going to be changed forever. There's moments in your life that I'm sure you can relate to and remember when you were faced with a decision and a choice. And you either made the right choice or you made the wrong choice. And I hope that some stories I tell you today and tips and tricks that I give you will help you make better choices moving forward. Had I not had people to stand for me and help me through that decision and help me through motherhood, as I still have friends and family that do help me through my motherhood, I wouldn't be able to stand in front of you today and say that anything is possible. If we were sitting in a room together right now, I would hand you a piece of paper and it would have some options on there for you to check off. One would say maybe you were late to work. Another one would say you picked up that donut while you were doing a 30-day cleanse or the Whole 30 or a new diet. Another one would say that you got fired. Another one would say that your employee quit on you. Another one might say, heck, you didn't finish your report on time. For me, I would have checked off at least a few of those, especially the donut one. Who can deny a good donut every once in a while, right? So in that room with people around the desk, I would have you put your paper into a basket. We would mix them all up, and then I'd go around and you would pick one out that wasn't yours. And when you open that sheet of paper, I hope you'd be surprised to see that maybe the same boxes were checked off, but by different handwriting. And at that time, I would list off the things that are checked off, and each person would get to stand up And in that moment, individuals are able to see that we can stand up for each other, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing to be vulnerable. If you're in a workspace, if you're a business owner, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a fitness enthusiast, if you're a cooking enthusiast, or heck, maybe you're like me and you're in network marketing, and you need other people to be able to help stand for you. There are going to be mistakes and you're going to fail, but you can learn from those mistakes and you can fail forward. During those times of failure though, you're gonna have a choice. You're still gonna hopefully wake up the next day, and then you're gonna have a choice to either be a thermostat or be a thermometer. You might ask, Alex, we're not changing the weather here. What are you talking about? Well, I'll explain it to you. When you walk into a room and it's freezing, all you have to do is ask somebody, hey, could you turn up the heat a little bit? They'll turn up the heat and everybody's comfortable again. Or maybe you walk into a room and it's super hot. Hey, can we turn on some AC? It's a little hot in here. No problem. Turn it down, everyone's cool again, right? Now that's the same way that happens with our personalities and with our attitudes and our character that we take into every day. When we go into the day, we have an option to be cool as a cucumber, or we can be up and down with the temperatures of everybody else. And that would be being a thermostat. So set your temperature to what you want it to be for the day, and then take charge, and don't let anybody else sway the way that you're making a difference in your day. And I think you'd be surprised to see that by you setting that temperature to a cool 75 degrees, you're gonna help other people feel cool 75 degrees throughout your day. Whether it's smiling at somebody when they walk through the door that you may have held open for them without them saying thank you and not getting upset about it, or maybe it was actually telling somebody, I really like your scarf, I really enjoy the way you made me feel today. That is going to help change the world's temperature, which according to global warming we're supposed to be doing, right?